Yes.
Is Tantric sex ever appropriate in a guru-disciple relationship?
That depends upon the guru and the disciple. Why not? I mean, if tantric sex is necessary to have a spiritual child, I would have tantric sex with my wife, who's my disciple. How's that? Oh, in America, you don't have wife, you have significant other, right? With your significant other, yes. Is tantric sex appropriate? Tantra is a great science of great reverence and great depth. It doesn't even have anything to do with sex. Sex is the least part of it. There's the Dakshinmukhi Tantra, which is the right-hand path, the Vampanthi Tantra, which is the left-hand path, Dakshinpanthi Tantra, which is the right-hand path. So, in the right-hand path, they do not indulge in the process of tantric sex, which is the Dakshinpanth part, or they may, if it is, if the bondage is through Saptapadi and in witness of the fire, like we have what is called a Vivaha, Atma Vivaha. When you take 7 steps around the fire and you take the 7 oaths of marrying the soul with another soul. I don't think you have any such thing in America. You don't go 7 times around the fire and take the 7 oaths of binding the soul to the soul. That is known as the true marriage. So there are no true marriages in the in-depth sense of soul marriages. Atma Vivaha, the soul marriage. They can, of course, in the right-hand path, relate together in harmony and bliss and produce a spiritual child. The purpose of tantric sex is 2, or any other sex, if you do not want to waste your time. The first is to produce and have a spiritual child, which every mother would want. She doesn't want a hoodlum or a vagabond, becoming a terrorist, or just lying in the gutter smoking pot, So many mothers. One lady came to me the other day and she asked, "Oh, I've left my first significant other. I'm looking for another significant other." Why do you want it? I want to have babies. I said, wait, do you know how to have good children? Children that will do you proud? She immediately became serious. She said, I never thought of that, but I'd love to have good children. You wouldn't want to have a demon, you wouldn't want to have a vagabond coming from your womb who would disgrace you, and you'd have to hide your face in shame every time. This was the man who killed Abraham Lincoln. Who wanted to have a child like that? Raise your hands. So what are we talking about tantric sex? Be careful before you go into tantric sex. It's a deep commitment. It's not nonsense like it's being done in America. They don't know anything about tantric sex. 0. You cannot do tantric sex unless your kundalini is awakened, unless the khechri is drinking the nectar from the pericap of the head. You haven't even heard that these prerequisites are required. And I'm not going to tell you in detail here because you're not prepared. You may explode yourself or get crazy. So the first thing is to produce spiritual children. And the second thing is where in a country they do not want children. They only want their children to be flooded with people from Mexico, or if a certain race, like in Sweden, they don't want children, so there's a less population. In America, the white Caucasian woman doesn't want children, fine. So then the Latinos will flood the world here. So that's what's happening. It's stupid of the woman because they want to temporarily protect their physical body and the shape of their breasts, which the whole thing will be consigned to the flame in 80 years. That body which is burnt. So beauty is skin deep. And for a foolishness of skin deep beauty, they are sacrificing their country. This is my message to those people and that race who do not want to perform the functions of the mother. The mother is so revered and so glorious that your head must bow before the word mother. She is the first guru who teaches us. All of us are here because of the one word, mother. So this is the first thing, the spiritual children, the mother. America does need education. It does need tutoring to honor the feminine Shakti, to honor the mother. Then the second reason why Tantric sex is done is to awaken the Kundalini. Many a misconception has happened, many a wrong deed, many a deception, but it's human to her. So the awakening of the Kundalini is a very prominent factor, spiritual progress or producing of spiritual children are the two factors for Tantric sex. This reminds me just of a saying which I like very much. It's a very natural saying. One fellow had Tantric sex and he blew it up or messed it up or something, and then there was a remark. He said, "It's human to her," he said, and then he adds, "but it's so delightful." So human beings are ever earning, they are ever erring, and in America it's great because there's such a layer of hypocrisy in everything that is done, and everything about sex they say shh, and everyone points a finger at the other person like this. Can you see me pointing the finger? But they do not know that 3 fingers are pointing towards them. So do not be a judge over others. Do not be a judge over others. Look at yourself. Do not criticize others. We are all in the same boat. And if you criticize others and don't help them, your boat will get a new name called the Titanic. We do not want the Titanic. Okay? Next question.
Hi. I was wondering if you could expand a little more on how to have a spiritual child and really how to do that. I mean, do you have to be enlightened to do that, or can you just be on a spiritual journey?
No, you don't.
Okay.
So that's what's being worked on, and I intend to give that sometime, because I think that America needs this a lot. The society and the young girls and boys are totally going haywire with no guidance. The parents are not able to guide them properly, and hence this is very necessary, this guidance, to build up a solid society and give them a proper direction. This is, and definitely great your strength and great your need. And so long as the cry is ascending, so surely an answer shall come. Yes.